welcome to the story listening session. And we have today an interesting story. And the name of this story is A Pack of Ragamaffins. Don't be afraid, I'll just explain you in a moment. With the pack it's easy. The pack is just a group of some items or people. It's just like, for example, a pack of beer. Yeah, it's just you got the bottles of beer and they pack together. 6-pack, for example, usual stuff. So you got package and you got 6 bottles of beer, for example, and then you got a pack. 6-pack, it's just like that, for example, yeah. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles or cans of beer. So we got 6-pack. So we got the pack. And ragamuffins, which is spelled like this, ragamuffins. It's not a really often used word. It's just really old one. But that means a group of people of different nature, different things of different nature. And in this story in particular, we have different animals. And those animals do not stick together. They are different, just like a dog and a, for example, a bird, or a fish and a cow. That's like really of different nature. So here we go. The pack of ragamuffins is a group of different kind of creatures. Alright, so let's start. It will be easy in the story itself. So once upon a time, many years ago, it was like maybe 250 years ago. That was a long time ago, like that. 250 years ago. There was a farm. And farm is a place where there are a lot of animals. For example, there is a big house, barn or something. And there is always a kind of fence. So animals won't escape. Yeah, and there are some animals. So it's just like that. It's a barn on the farm, there is a fence, and there are some animals inside. The fence just all over the place, just it's like a border, just not let them to escape, not to run, so animals don't run away. So, and there was a farm, and there were a lot of different animals. There was a rooster, a hen, a dog, different cows or something like. And all those animals had a nice life. And there was a rooster, and rooster is a boy chicken, male chicken. Boy chicken, what's the difference? He got a big comb on his head. Let me try my best. So that's a rooster, and he has a comb on his head, big red comb. Let's just pretend here. Big red comb. Cuckoo, he makes sounds. And there was a chicken, a girl, a male chicken. Was a chicken girl. Okay? The chicken girl. No comb, just usual chicken. A hen, it's called a hen. The chicken that produces eggs is called a hen. So when you got a chicken and it makes eggs, it is hen, and this is a rooster, a boy chicken. Rooster. Alright, you got a rooster here, he has a comb. Alright, so, and the rooster said to a hen. Right, the rooster said to a hen. Alright, so what did rooster say? Rooster said, oh, it's time for our nuts to be picked. And nuts are those fruits from the trees that you can get in the forest. It's just like that. That's a nut. Something like that. Or like this. Let me get it. Just like that. Like that. It's a nut. That smells like that. To pick. Let's go to the hill. Let's go to the hill. Let's go to the hill together with a chicken and eat all we can. Yeah? All we can. So, and the hill, probably there was some trees which produce nuts. So hill is just like a small mountain. Just you got the upside ground. But it's not as high as mountain. It's a hill. And there are trees on this hill. Those trees made those nuts that rooster told to the chicken they are going to collect and eat as much as they can. But more than that, the rooster said that let's go and eat those nuts before a squirrel get them all. And the squirrel is an animal which lives on the trees and it eats all those nuts. Eat all those nuts. It has a big tail. Like that. It's a squirrel. Let me just give me a sec. It's not that easy as it may seem. Squirrel. So they were trying to get nuts before the squirrel eats them all. Yeah, that was the rooster saying. That the rooster told the chicken. The hen, that was a rooster and there's a hen, and the hen said, yes, let's go have some fun together. Together means like both of them, both together. So they went to the hill and stayed there for all day. That means that the all day is just you got sun moving. Just like example, sun comes up, it's a morning, and it gets to the highest point, it's a noon, and after that, afternoon comes, and oh, that's the morning. Oh, sorry, and that's evening. In the end, the sun gets down. And that's evening. So they spend the biggest part of this all day, just like till the evening. They spent on this hill. And they ate as much nuts as they could. So they ate so much that they got really full, just like full of it. So if you've got a bottle of water, for example, and it's full, that means that just like that. It's a bottle and it is full of water. Nothing left. It's just all filled with water. So that's what happened to the rooster and the chicken. They ate so many nuts, so they're full of them. They're full of them. Oh, I had so much. So they're full of those nuts, just like this bottle of water is full of water. There is no place to put any more water. Just it won't get in there. And so they were so full, the chicken and the rooster, they didn't want to walk home. It was just like too heavy for them. They were too heavy. It was too hard. The rooster had to build a little wagon, and a wagon is a cart with wheels. Like that. It's a wagon, it's a cart and the wheels, and you can roll on these wheels just like a car. You roll on the wheels, and it's a cart, it's a wagon. Alright, so he built the wagon out of nutshells. Nutshells are those shell is that body, not what's inside, but what's on outside. So you've got the nut, and you got nothing inside. So you got the shell only, and there is empty, nothing. No, nothing inside. So the rooster built this wagon out of those shells. He was very crafty. He could make things. So what's next? And the hen sat into the wagon. So the hen got inside. So the hen got inside the wagon, and hen said to the rooster with a comb, yeah, she said, you can pull it. That means that you take something and you pull, you go and you pull, or you make pull-ups. Which is the exercise. You make pull-ups, you pull yourself upside, you pull, or you pull something after you pull. And the chicken told the rooster that you can pull the wagon. So the chicken wanted rooster to pull wagon, pull. And the rooster said, no way, I'd rather walk home than I pull you. He didn't want to pull the wagon with the chicken. It was heavy for him. He didn't want to do this heavy job. So he said it's better for him to walk on his legs than to pull this wagon with the chicken. So that's why he said, I would rather walk home, I would rather go home than I pull you. It was better for him to walk than to pull the chicken sitting in the wagon. Rooster wanted to be a driver, and he said to the chicken, the rooster, he said, I will be the driver. I will steer the wagon. I will manage it. I will steering wheel. I will manage steering wheel. But I don't pull. I won't pull. And while chicken and rooster were talking at that time, and they were like about to leave, a duck saw them. And a duck is a bird that makes cra 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 cra, and the dog that swims in the water. It's like that. It's like Donald Duck, for example. So that's our duck, and that's water. So duck swims in the water. It's a duck, and duck shouted like really loud, "Ah!" And the duck shouted, "You thieves! You stole! People who stole, get something! You thieves! Who told you to go to my nut hill?" Thou duck thought that the nuts on that hill were hers. The duck was the owner of all those nuts, and chicken and rooster, they ate all those nuts, and duck was very angry. "Oh, you ate my nuts! Oh, you bad, you thieves, you stole them." Means that rooster and the chicken, they took nuts and they didn't ask anyone. They just took them, just while nobody see them. They took the nuts and ate them. And the duck said, "You're going to be in trouble. There's something bad will happen to you for all nuts that you have eaten." And the duck ran to the rooster with her beak open, wah, wah, and the beak is this part. This is a beak. Yeah, this is a beak. They do like that, beak, with their beak. So, and she was running and wah, wah, making crack sound. And the rooster wasn't ready. The rooster fought back chicken. He fought back the duck. And rooster has really sharp leg. It's called spar. Special. He has some kind of protection. It's called spar. So there is a rooster leg, and he has really sharp fingers, and he has a spar, just like when you ride a horse, and there is a spar. So when someone rides a horse, it's a horse, and it's a boot, and they use some, in all the time they use spar on the boot. So really sharp thing that you just stick into the holes, and the holes just move fast. That's a spar. And the rooster has some kind of this spar on his leg, and he protects with this. So the rooster fought back the duck, and he make pain to the duck. So duck begged, "Oh, please, don't beat me anymore. For mercy, I beg you for mercy, please." And duck agreed to pull the wagon as a punishment. And punishment is when somebody does something bad, when somebody does a bad thing, and then after that he is punished. There is something bad happening to that person. That's a punishment. But for some previously made action, that's a punishment. So the rooster sat at the driving wheel. He said, let me make one more. So there were now the chicken in the wagon. There was a chicken. There was a rooster. And the duck was pulling the whole this wagon. So here we go. So we've got the wagon, and let me make it So there is a wagon, and there is a chicken, there is a rooster, and there is a dog, and the dog pulls that way. So the dog pulls that way, all this wagon. Alright, and they went, and Rooster said to the dog, "Go as fast as you can, just go fast," he shouted. On the way, while they were moving, they met two strangers. So the persons they didn't know. That was a pin, a piece of metal with a sharp end, was a pin, and that was a needle. And the needle is also a metal part with a special place for the thread, where you put a thread. It's used for knitting. It's not for your social network, alright? The thread. So, where you go? Alright. So it was a pin. There was a pin, and there was a needle, and there is a hole for the thread, which you use for the sewing things, yeah? So they met both of them. There was a needle and a pin. And the pin needle said, "Stop, it's getting dark and we cannot walk anymore. It is so hard for us to walk, we are tired. Can we ride with you in the wagon?" They wanted to get into the wagon. Since they were small, not big, they were small. The pin and the needle, they were small. The rooster let them ride in the wagon, and they promised not to step on the hen's feet, so just not harm the hen's feet. So they got them into cart as well. So pin and needle, they got into cart as well. Go into the wagon. Alright? They went into the wagon. They continued moving their journey, and they reached to the hotel. A house where you can stay for a night. They reached to the hotel, yeah? House, yeah, where you can stay for the night. They were really tired. The dog couldn't walk straight. She was almost falling down. He was really tired. The hotel owner, the boss, didn't want them because they looked strange. They were ragamuffins. It's really different, really strange. And they didn't look like people who have money, or people just important people. So, but our pack of ragamuffins, the pack of animals, they promised this hotel owner, the boss, to give him the hen's egg and the dog egg. And the dog produced eggs as well. Finally, the hotel owner let them, just okay. And they eat, and they had a good time. The next day, in the early morning, when the sun just came up in the early morning, at 5 a.m. early. Just like at 5 a.m. It's really early. So in early morning, the rooster woke up, opened his eyes, and the rooster woke up the hen, just wake up. So they broke the egg and ate it. They ate the egg. After they finished, they threw the shell of the egg they threw it. Why they threw it? on the floor. Yeah. Then they took a needle. On the floor. So there is a shell. Let me finish with that. There is a shell of the egg, and they threw it on the floor. Then they took needle that was sleeping still. The needle didn't wake up, it was sleeping, and stuck it into the chair. So they got the needle into the chair. Yeah, can you imagine? So they took a needle and put it into the chair. Yeah, and put it into the chair. Okay, and they put the pin into the towel. And towel is the thing that you use to dry yourself after you have a shower. And they put the pin inside of it. They put the pin. So they took a towel and put pin inside of it. Okay, and they just ran away. They flew away, left really quickly and quiet. The dog slept outside, not in the house. The dog was sleeping outside. So the dog was sleeping outside, not inside but outside. And the dog went swimming in a small river, in the stream, because dog knew swimming would be faster than pulling the wagon. She didn't want to pull wagon anymore. Later that morning, the boss, the homeowner, woke up and he washed up with the water. He took the towel, but there was a pin, and while he was just using the towel, he scratched himself, like poked. The pin poked him in the face. It's really uncomfortable, making a red line. Yeah. When the boss went into the kitchen to light his pipe, he was smoking a pipe. He was smoking a pipe. Like that, a smoking pipe. Yeah? He was smoking a pipe. But suddenly the eggshell flew into his eye. The eggshell just dropped into his smoking pipe. And he said, "Oh, everything is attacking me today. What a bad day." But after that, it was not all. The boss, he sat into the chair. Let me get it. Alright. So the boss, the homeowner, the hotel owner, he sat onto the chair, but there was a needle. Can you imagine? He sat on the needle with his ass, and it was really painful, and he just cried, wow, he jumped. He moved up in pain. He just jumped from the chair, just, oh, what happened? The needle had poked him even worse than the pin. He was very angry, and he said that he will never let strangers like Ragamaffins in his hotel anymore. So the moral of this story: be careful who you trust, especially strangers, people you do not know. And be careful with those people. And if you would like to play tricks with someone, you need to leave at the proper time before you get caught, like the rooster and the chicken did. So they played tricks with the owner, but they left early before the hotel owner woke up, so they could get away with their tricks. So if you make tricks, if you trick somebody, so you need to know when you should leave, when you should escape, run away. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice time. See you next time.